Alright there YouTube, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to do a little work on my stretch deck step deck trailer. That's a mouthful, that took a couple takes. Anyway, I had mentioned in the first video I did on this trailer where I did a bunch of work to it that I wanted to change how this center deck section was mounted, and that's what we're going to do here today. I want to make this deck section so it's easily removable. You know, a 5-10 minute deal to take it on or take it off. And so while it's on here, I'm going to go ahead and get that done, get this thing kind of remounted on the trailer, and then we're going to take it off and close this trailer up, because right now this trailer is at 60 feet from the front of the trailer to the back of the beaver tail that we built on here. And to be quite honest, the majority of the time I don't need that. This is an 8-foot deck section. This trailer will actually extend out even longer than that, but 8-foot deck section, we're at 60 feet. So if I take this out, which makes me completely 50 state legal at 52 feet, and quite honestly the majority of the time I don't really need the extra deck space. So that's what we're going to do, and when we have something where we need to stretch it out, it should only be a few minute deal to pop that back in there. So to start with, we're going to go ahead and get Old Red unhooked from the hopper bottom here. It's actually a really warm day out today. It's almost 40 degrees, but that wind is whipping and it's damp. This goes right to the bone. I'm kind of sheltered by the trailer here right now, but I want to try to get this backed into the shop. At least got where we're working inside, get a little bit of a wind break there. So I don't think I could have got much closer there. Anyway, we got the deck section inside, so we're out of the wind, which is going to help us out when it comes to doing some welding on here. Probably even go ahead and close this door down onto the deck here. That's going to help us out even more. Now this is why trailers are generally an outside project. See, there's not much room there. I mean, yeah, even if you jockey into that back corner there, yeah, there just isn't enough room to get trailers in this shop. So anyway, this is how this deck's attached right now. They made this deck section, and then they've got several just like 1-inch welds welding these cross beams onto the flange of that stretch section there, which isn't 100% ideal, but I mean, it worked for quite a while. Never had any issue with it. But what I want to do is I want to make probably 4 brackets that come down off of these cross members, and then have a piece here with a captured bolt on the back side of it. So you set this deck on, these tabs will be hanging down, there'll be a bolt already in the back side of it, and you just whoop, zip some 5/8 bolts. I think if we just do 4 of them, 1 on each corner, that's going to be plenty enough. It's going to be stronger than the, I don't know, half a dozen probably tack welds that are on here now, which is actually why, I don't know if you guys ever noticed when you seen me hauling stuff on this, I never tied anything down to this center deck. I might park something on it or put something on it, but I would always make sure my chains went to these deck sections when I had something over this, so that's why. But anyway, I think the shear strength on a 5/8 grade 8 bolt, something like 20,000 pounds, might even be more than that. I'm not an engineer, but I know clamping loads over 20,000 pounds. Now this is going to be resisting against shear force, which I would think would be even higher. But anyway, so 4 of those, 80,000 pounds, and we're never going to be putting 80,000 pounds on 8 feet of deck. So 4 will be fine. Make it nice, quick, easy, simple. But I think we're going to go ahead and we're going to make our brackets before we go ahead and cut this deck loose. Alright, so I've got a bunch of these 1/4-inch angle iron drops left over from building my beaver tail on this trailer. Basically what I've done is I've cut 4 of these down in the metal chop saw there, so that this one can go like this, that one can go like that, and they're bolt together there. Now the next thing we got to do, because we can't have this hang out past, and it's pretty well square hanging out past, we got to cut about 1/4 of an inch off of this side here so that this can sit down underneath here and sit flush to the outside. So to do that, we're just going to use a second scrap here just to help bridge across here to clamp that in, and then we're going to slice that off. Alright, so we got the first one welded in there just like so. And then that piece is going to weld in there just like that up here, and then these will bolt together. Alright, so just like that, and then when we get all these done here, we get in here with the mag drill, we're punch 5/8 hole through there, and then we're bolt it together and then tack weld the nut on the back side. And just got to do that 3 more times. Alright, so I got all of my mounts down here. I've got the welds cut loose that we're holding this deck on. So we're going to go ahead and pull this trailer out to where I can get at it from the side with the skidder and see if we can pull this deck section off. apparently I missed a couple welds. Okay, so I realized after I parked the trailer back here, looking at it next to my hopper bottom, it's like, yeah, there's no way this thing's 53 feet. And then I remembered this trailer wasn't 60 feet with that section in here. It was 57. So we're actually 49 feet from the front to the back of the beaver tail, which still works just fine for me. If I need it longer, all I got to do is stretch it out, drop that deck section back in, 4 bolts, and off we go. So not any big deal. 49 feet, still plenty long enough for most loads. And I've never used the top deck on this, on anything I've hauled on it so far. So, I mean, that's another, you know, I don't even know what that top deck is off the top of my head. I think 12 feet. So we took an 8-foot deck section out, but I've got another 12 feet of deck I've never used. Either way, it's going to be just fine. Not worried about it. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe down below. Thank you. Have a great day.